Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus, and today we are going to be playing against Laugh Maps, not the first time we played against this fella, and we're going to be playing with Damage Highwayman. So today I'm going to play two Highwayman damage teams that I find quite good. And one thing I should mention is that I'm finally on holidays. I finished my exams, I'm on holidays, I'm absolute straight up just enjoying myself here, and yeah, no more uni for a good amount of time. Now my opponent has freaking double snuff, double numbing instant, so I'm playing my Oppressive vestal, so I'm gonna have to deal with that somehow. I'm gonna go for a stun here on the Crusader, and it fails. Okay, miserable. So the way this team works, the Oppressive vestal, is that you kind of have like a, what do you call it? You kind of have like a usual suspect setup, right? You have the Highwayman, you have the Crusader, you have the Vestal, but then instead of the Plague Doctor, which is worthless in the Butcher Circus, you have the Shieldbreaker, which is going to help you with those punctures and everything else. So what this team is here set out to do is that it wants to focus someone down by using the Shieldbreaker's abilities and the Highwayman's damage, and after you focus that someone down, you're gonna have the character advantage, and then you're gonna have that stun synergy on top. Now, I'm wondering whether I should maybe just go for a stun on the Arbalist, but I think I'm actually gonna do something a bit funny here. I'm not too preoccupied about this anti-current. Oh my god. Okay, I go for the Captivate and it misses because there's no justice in this world. I have 2 accuracy trinkets on here. I have an extra 18 accuracy and it still misses a Crusader with numbing incense. Yeah, I was hoping. No, I wouldn't daze him anyway. Yeah, it would have been really fortunate for me to daze him anyway. This is horrible. I'm losing to Leopard Crusader Arbalist. That's crazy, chat. Okay, we get the stun here though, it's a guaranteed because we do have this Tome of Fury here. In terms of the trinket setup, I'm bringing 2 stun trinkets on the Crusader, I'm bringing 1 on the Vestal, and then the healing trinket because you don't really need to stun the Man-at-Arms with the Vestal, which is usually the guy that's going to be defending, right? Because you just have a Shieldbreaker to go puncture on whoever you need to hit, so you'll mostly be okay. I think this match is going to last quite a bit. Oh my god, this is actually gonna be really annoying because I don't have. This is gonna be really annoying. I don't have any abilities to use in the front. Jesus. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this for now on the anti-crane, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, I don't have any way of disrupting the sniper really. He didn't even go revenge, so it's not like I have time to like do anything about this. Oh my god, my Shieldbreaker is useless now too. I guess I'm just gonna go Holy Lance all I can and do 0 damage. Yeah, and they have 2 healers as well, plus regen. This is horrible. I think this is the worst matchup I could have gotten for Oppressive vestal. This is a team that works very well when you're playing against something that's very defensive. So you have like a Crusader, Flash onto Man-at-Arms, and you have like a Grave Robber in the back, or an Antiquarian in the back, or something of the likes. Because you're gonna have your Riposte against them. And you're also going to have your way to just break through those guards, which they, you know, kind of spend so much of their team building around. Okay, I can't stun here again because it's an 80. I can go for a stun here, but he's like worthless, really. I mean, I guess he'll get a stun of his own if I don't watch out here, because I don't have any dodge resistance on there. I could go Duelist Advance here. I could go Duelist Advance. I'm not sure who I want to go on with it, though. Maybe the Crusader. He's a tanky MF though. I might be able to hit him with more Captivates. Yeah, I might be able to hit him with more Captivates, so let's do this. We're gonna get to Repulsed off on the Leopard too. He might go Withstand this turn. Or does he want to? No, he goes for it immediately, okay. It's for 12 and I get a 17. Nice. Not too shabby. I do have plus healing skills here, so I'm actually going to wait a bit and then I might just heal, because this is going to be a very weird match to be... No, actually I'm just going to do it immediately. Yeah, this is going to be a very weird match that we're going to be playing, because my opponent might have a very weird, very effective amount of defense here. Between the Rejuvenating Vapors, the double heal, the freaking, you know, insanity that they have. But their offense is all... Oh my god. Okay, but their offense is also very lackluster. Oh wait, I can do this. Oh, I can be so annoying actually. Oh yeah, I can be so annoying because of the net. I haven't considered it. Now, I'm not the best player at Immortal. No, not Immortal Musketeer. I've said that so often. I feel like every time I play Immortal Musketeer, I make a disclaimer. Oh, I'm not the best player at Immortal Musketeer, by the way. So don't take my gameplay as law or something. I am not the best player at Oppressive Vestal either. I feel like I've gotten a lot better with it than I was before, but yeah, still not the best. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go Holy Lance on here to put the Vestal back in the position where she wants to be, do some damage onto the sniper, mostly because he's in position 2 and he got hit with that crit riposte. And yeah, I reduced the game sound a little bit. I think that should be better. I'm not entirely sure. I messed with my settings since I was gone for a week, right? So this is the end of the week break. And she can just take cover here, but guess what? Guess what? This is when the Eerie Eye comes in very handy. I can just do it again, and she can never resist it. So the Sniper's useless. Yeah, and one thing about this team is that it's so mean. It's so mean. Some teams you're going to play against, and you're just going to lose. Because you're going to play against, like, Halo, WD, and this team just doesn't hold up. Because it's too squishy, and its offense is very reliable, but it's not like crit 44 levels of damage, you know? But when you play against a team like this, where you just have an antiquarian that kind of just wants to get back in their position to do her stuff, you just don't let her. You don't let your opponent play. I feel like this is more oppressive than WD, personally. Some people will disagree, but that do be my opinion. I'm gonna go for Dazzling Light on here. I'm not just gonna be spamming heals. Oh my god, I feel it again. This guy, he has Numbing Instance and freaking Snuff. Also, Numbing Instance at B- tier. This really was like a... what was it? Like a 2021 tier list? Yeah. Because I think this mod was... this mod for the trinkets was made in like 2021. Before people started taking like Numbing Instance and Rancid Cure on their men at arms. So it was just not seen as the thing to do back then. But yeah, I guess a lot of the setups are gonna be... Yeah, like Eerie Eye is better than Numbing Instance. I mean, Eerie Eye is pretty good. Eerie Eye is pretty good. But yeah, Parrying Dagger better than Numbing Instance is a lie. It is a good trinket on the Highwayman. It is a good trinket. It's gonna... On this setup, actually... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, I might wanna... if I go Expose, that's not really too good for me. I can go Zealous, though. You know what? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here. I'm gonna go Zealous and do some damage, and I'm gonna have the Vessel to go for the heal. If I drop to Death's Door, I drop to Death's Door, it's fine. But this way, if they regen and move back, I can pull again. If they just heal normally, I can just go for a heal myself. And yeah, I think this is good. We're slowly but surely breaking through the Antiquarian's defenses, and we're gonna take her out. I don't know what happened with this skin. All I did was like install the trinket mod. I don't think that should ruin the Death's Door sprite. Maybe it's because she was at Death's Door. Maybe at Death's Door it's gonna look weird regardless. Okay, I do have... Oh, this is so nasty. I'm gonna go for the Open Vein now. And now she can't even regen out of Death's Door because of that. They're gonna have to go for the heal here with the Arbol, so I'm just wasting more of their turns. Then they're gonna pull back, right? Yeah, they're gonna pull back. I won't do enough damage with the Puncture because they do have the healing trinket, so that's a bit unfortunate, but... Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that, and until then, they might use their Leopard turn first, but I mean, they can't really do much with it, so I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna drop a big heal here with the Vestal, and that's the thing about having the Idol of Purity. If you kind of just sacrifice a little bit, it's not a lot that you have to sacrifice. You only have to sacrifice like another Brass Knuckles. You only have to sacrifice 20% of your stun chance. If you do that, you give yourself a lot of anti-stress with that. Like the -15 might look like it's meaningless, but it generally does a fair bit when you're playing against stress teams. And you give yourself another 33% healing skills. When you put 33% extra on a Divine Grace, it adds up. It adds up a really juicy amount. So yeah, at this point, I still want to keep my Shield Breaker with her exposed. I want to have that exposed available to me. I think I'm gonna have to use my Crusader turn to go for a stun here. I feel like the stun is the move, just to annoy the sniper a bit. Yeah, because I don't really want to go Holy Lance particularly, and I want to use my Duelist Advance before I do anything else. Eventually, I'm gonna have to dance around between the Highwayman and the Crusaders. Yeah, that's something that this team actually has to do, like, a lot. You have to dance. You have to know how to dance with your characters. And it can get a bit weird at times, but we'll see that it doesn't. We'll try to make it not be weird here. Really sucks that they got that 20 prot off, honestly. If they hadn't gotten that, we might have been able to get the kill already, but... She's gonna go flash powder. That's not gonna help that much. I don't think. I mean, it did help against the captivate, right? It might help against that. You know what? If they want to do that, I might just go Wicked Slice here, but I can't go for a stun because they'll just wait. I can go for a stun, but not just yet. I'm gonna go for a. Okay, this is decent chance to get the Death's Door. Yeah, good. Decent chance to get to Death's Door. So now, if they go for a heal with the Arbalist, I can go for a stun on her, and that's 2 characters stun. If they go for a heal with the Crusader, I can go for an Expose, and then my Highwayman is back into position. So this team honestly feels very nice to play in a situation like this. It always feels like when you lose, it's a mistake you made. And not in a bad way. It's not like, oh, I made a mistake and now I'm gonna lose permanently. It feels more like, oh, I had so many options. I went for this line of play. I could have gone for this different line of play, and maybe I would have won if I did that. So it always feels like there's something more to improve on while playing this team. Okay, they're gonna go for the big heal on there. We can go for the stun. Pray for the crit. Did the music just go down? Oh no, it's my laptop. It cooled down. the fans are like going crazy because I hadn't booted it up in a week. So yeah, the fans are like, oh, we're online at last. Okay, did I get the debuff? I did. I can go for Zealous here. But you know what? You know what? Before I go Zealous, I might want to go like Captivate on there. Nah, but let's wait for now. Let's wait. Let's go Zealous Accusation here. We just want to focus the Antiquarian down. Yeah, that's the idea behind this team, right? This is a Dark's opponent. He has a weird team, but it's a bit scary. It is a bit scary, but yeah, this is the idea behind this team. You focus someone down, you stable, and then you can stabilize, especially with this amount of healing trinkets, and especially with the repulse on there that you can also have. There's different variations you can bring. You don't have to bring Parrying Dagger and Open Vein. You can very well just go from Sergi Propaganda and go like Eerie Eye on here and Grape Shot, which is going to give you a lot more accuracy and give you that another tool of dealing with the guards by having that AoE from the Grape Shot Blast. It's a fun way to play it too. Can do some decent damage with the Vendetta. Them healing for that, I think I honestly don't care about the repulse that much anymore. I'm gonna go for the Expose here, and after they heal with their Arbalist, I'm still gonna do enough damage. Enough damage with my Highwayman, especially if I get the crits again. Yeah, they got rid of the crits received, which is annoying, but such is the way of the Butcher's Circus. So yeah. I still have the kitty background. I haven't changed it from the last video. I removed the eyes. I didn't... Oh, she says no. Oh, yeah, masochistic. That's the affliction coming in. Honestly, I don't usually bring this setup on my Shieldbreaker. 16 with the support Arbalist. Okay. I guess I do go first, but if I get the kill, I don't. I guess I have to heal here. Yeah, I don't mind it too much. Let's go for the heal. Another 16 HP. Back to me. I'll take it. Yeah, I actually don't always bring the setup on the Shieldbreaker. I used to run like Pierce and Adder Scales rather than Captivate and Expose. But I've been playing Sergi Dot quite a lot recently, so it's the Arbalist, Chester, Shieldbreaker, Flagellant, and in that team you run the Captivate and it feels really nice. It feels really nice, and it helps you with dancing if you have an ability that lets you stand still. So it's not like you always have to move with the Shieldbreaker when you use one of her abilities, unless you're already in position 1 or something of the likes. So yeah. Now I can just maybe even go for a Duelist Advance here. Okay, I'm gonna do 0 freaking damage because he has 60 prod. But now that we've removed this Antiquarian, I can just play defense here. I can go Rally to the Flame, I can go heals. Whatever pressure they've done onto your Shieldbreaker. And this is another thing that feels really nice about this team. It's hard to focus characters down, because if you want to focus the Vestal down, usually you do it by like pulling her and then doing damage to her, but if you pull her here, they're just gonna go puncture and she's gonna move to position 3 and you're gonna be disrupted, and then they're gonna go Duelist Advance, and now they have a repulse and she's back to position 4. She has a big ass heal and she has a Crusader with another heal on there. Crusader, of course, very tanky character always. The Highwayman has his repulse and he's still possible to focus now. Not easy, but possible, because it doesn't have any defensive trinkets, so the repulse can be a bit of a bait more often than not. So don't rely too heavily on it as your defense. But I mean, this is an aggressive team, so it's not like you're gonna be getting one killed and stabilizing perfectly no matter what. That's not the idea here. Is my opponent really just gonna do this? They're just gonna stay in position 3 and try to stabilize. This is unwinnable for you. I mean, at least I have to think it's unwinnable after the Antiquarian dying. I might just skip this along. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe they have something cooking. Because even if they go Purge, even if they go Intimidate, yeah, this is a very weird team that Lath Maps had here. He was definitely laughing whatever this nonsense is out. I mean, I think this team that they have would work maybe against WD. Maybe against WD, because the push on the Abomination would have been really annoying. And then the stun resistance, plus the Bulwark, plus the regen. I mean, this trinket setup is weird against WD though, so I don't think that makes the most amount of sense. I don't really know what to think about it. Let's go Intimidate, or rather Captivate on here. They went for the Intimidate on us, and yeah, we're stacking some DOT on there. So even against Heavy Protection, because this is a very unusual damage team. Damage teams almost always, like, almost every single team in the Butcher's Circus that considers itself to be a damage team has Arbalist, has Piercing Quarrel to get rid of that prot, just has some sort of cheat like that, basically. Not this one. This team does not bring an Arbalist, it gets the damage through the Highwayman, and when you have to deal with that prot, it gets the damage through the Open Vein plus the Parrying Dagger, which gives you 130% bleed chance, which is genuinely pretty nice. It's maybe even gonna get bleeds on the Crusaders every now and then, so it feels good to use when you do go for it. And you have that Captivate, or even the Adder's Kiss if you prefer to run Adder's Kiss with your Vestal. I can't go for the stun on there, but I guess it's Judgment time. I do like Judgment on the Vestal. Yeah, I do very much like Judgment. If all the other characters die and the Vestal's the only thing you have left, then you're incapable of winning because you don't have any abilities left. But honestly, if you let that happen, you were probably gonna lose anyway, so I think it wouldn't make too much of a difference. I appreciate the Judgment here, and in some situations where you're trying to focus a specific character down, like the Antiquarian, it didn't happen. But imagine she regen for like 6 and all I have left is like my Vestal turn and my Highwayman turn. My Highwayman does 6 damage, but then the Vestal doesn't have a finisher ability. The Highwayman does. So if you go for a Judgment on there, you're still gonna do enough damage, you're still like gonna take her out. They go for Stress Heal, what are they doing? What is he doing? Okay, we're gonna go for more stuns and... Wait, did he... Oh, he just... Yeah, he just resisted the stun. Okay, that was a 10%. My bad. My bad. I should have moved forward, actually, so I could have used the riposte again. I'm gonna lose it. Not ideal, but yeah, at this point. Oh, I'm so stupid. Yeah, see. At this point, I could have used Judgment on the Crusader, moved forward with my Crusader, and then went duels advance for the kill. There's so many things that this team can do. And I unfortunately completely missed it, but I mean, this match is hopefully won. Yeah, this match is hopefully won. I can go for the stun on here just to make sure they don't have 2 heals to annoy me with. They're only gonna have 1 this time. Unless they get the stun resist again. Thank you, Ring Mommy. Thank you for always making my life just a little bit more difficult. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'm actually gonna move forward here. They're probably gonna go Purge on that because my opponent is very annoying by not having surrendered already. I'm 99% sure they're gonna go Purge on that. No, I can't surrender. I've won this match. I'm not gonna surrender it just because it's an annoying match. Yeah, this team, after it gets the first kill, it can slow down a bit. Not always, but it can do it a bit. Okay, please. Let me get this stun this time. It's a 60. Okay, good. There we go. We get the stun. There's gonna be no more stun resistances on that fella, and hopefully I can get the freaking puncture. No, I didn't click that. I clicked the shield breaker. You fuck. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna skip. No, I need to finish the match. People get upset that I don't. Okay, let's go puncture on there. There we go. There's the 25. Okay, will you surrender now? Will you surrender now is my question. Is now a sufficient enough time? I mean, honestly, I don't really care that much. Some people don't like to surrender, just like to play it out to the very end. Personally, I will surrender when there's no more chance of winning. So at this point, there's no more chance of winning, so I would surrender here, but you know, my opponent doesn't want to. It's their choice, right? It's their choice. They're allowed to play as long as they want. It's not my decision how long my opponent wants to play. I see it as a bit disrespectful, maybe just the tiniest bit, that they think they can still win this match. You know, like in chess, because in chess, a lot of the grandmasters and the master players are just gonna surrender a match because, not because it's completely lost, but because their opponent has so much of an advantage, and their opponent is so good that they reasonably expect their opponent to be able to win that match. So it's kind of like a respectful thing to do. This player does not have that imbued into them, but you know, itty what itty. So be it. In this kind of situation, if I had a stress heal, this is when you could be toxic and, and start stress healing your characters down to 0 HP. It would be relatively justified. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, just a tiny bit to heal your characters up to full HP and... Oh, I felt unlucky. Heal your characters up to full HP and get them down to 0 stress so you can take the screenshot. Right, some people like to do that. Yeah. Okay, since we failed that, we're just gonna go for Holy Lance on here, and it's gonna be more open veins and more stuns, and I'm gonna skip to the end. Okay, there we go. They finally surrender. I guess they just wanted to get the affliction on my shield breaker. I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe they wanted to use like some more intimidates with their leopard, but let's go for match number 2. And here we go, straight into a match number 2, this time against Linux itself. I use Windows. Yeah, Windows, it's the operating system. Oh, why don't I have Oppressive Vestal now? Okay, this we're playing against a Mortal Musketeer here, but it's not a usual Immortal Musketeer. It's a very weird one. It has no snuff on the Musketeer. Please let me play WD. Okay. Unfortunately for me, my opponent has an Immortal Musketeer variation that might just do a bit better against what I have here, because they don't have Suffer, they don't have snuff on the Musketeer, and instead, okay, they have Numbing Incense on there, the one riposte here, so it's not gonna do that much. Generally, it's not gonna do that much, but yeah, here's the W Kalan comp. So what you do with it is that you bring out your Highwayman. It's kind of like a Halo comp, except instead of having a bounty hunter, which can often get targeted like really easily, you have a Highwayman instead. And the Highwayman is a lot cooler as a character, right? Surely, clueless. Okay, I'm gonna go Battle Bout here is worthless. I'm just gonna go aggressive, screw it. Do I just go like, I can't guard break because my Crusader is stunned. I might just kill this Man-at-Arms. You know what? Hell yeah, it's 22 damage because of the Hunter's Charm. Hunter's Charm, C tier, Shep! Hunter's Charm is a lot better than C tier. Yeah, they're gonna go reclaim on it immediately. Do I do it? I don't do enough damage, let's be honest. I don't do enough damage. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Oh, maybe if I just start spamming Open Vein. Ah, I might fail it though. I might fail it. Do I want... Duelist Advance here does help against their pass, but not really that much. I could just spam Open Vein and go Dirk Stab. I mean, I'm gonna try it. I'm not sure if this is the move. I do Mineral. But I do get the bleed though, so that's good. They can't clear the bleed with the Musketeer, so that's not too shabby here. They're gonna go for the guard immediately. Oh, no. Okay, I guess they do have Retribution on there, but I mean, that doesn't give them any prot. My Arbalest isn't gonna care. Yeah, that's the thing. My Arbalest is not gonna care the slightest bit about that. My Crusader is 40 HP. I don't want them to get hit too hard by like an aim shot here, but they're gonna heal. Yeah, they're gonna heal. They're not gonna go for anything really that crazy. I do have Reaper Shroud on here, so I actually do 13 damage. 13 damage with my Dirk Stab. Wow. Okay, Reaper Shroud and Hunter's Charm going crazy. This team is very explosive the way I'm playing it. Usually it's not this explosive, but yeah, I dig it. I have Solo here too in case they want to transform slam me or do something silly like that. Okay, here comes the defender. I can go for a stun on there. And I think stun here is absolutely the correct play. I think they misplayed going for the defender immediately, because I have a 70% chance here to get the stun, and now they don't have to riposte, nor do they have any guarding actions on their Abomination, and I don't really take much damage from it. Come on. Oh, seriously? Okay. I suppose they do have that manacles on there. I can shoot the Man-at-Arms again, but he has received 1 heal, so I think just shooting the A-bomb here... Oh, if I shoot the A-bomb, I can't do enough damage. Okay, this is a difficult position to be in. I think open range shooting the A-bomb is the move. Yeah, I think open range shooting the A-bomb is the move, because the thing is, if I go duelist advance here, I can't go for any more stuns. If I go duelist advance on like the A-bomb, I could go duelist advance on the A-bomb, then try to flare and do something like that. But I think just doing like general pressure to these two, like too much pressure to these two, is going to be better here, because this team is not as good at sustaining as the Oppressive Vestal, but it can still do that. It can still do that. So yeah, now I'm going to go for click. And then I'm gonna shoot that Abomination really, really hard to bring them both to like kind of desperate spots here. And if they're both at desperate spots, I'm gonna get the finale on someone. Yeah, they go for the shot there because they don't have anything better to do, and we're gonna go for a big shot here. 18 damage, and we go first, so we have the finale pressure. They have to go for a stun here, or a self heal, or a heal with the... They're gonna go slam. No, they go bile. That's a finale. I'm pretty happy dropping a finale here, right? I mean, I think I am. Okay, do I have to, though? Do I have to? Because instead of dropping the finale, I could just go... Oh, I don't have a finisher. Shep, you don't have a finisher. Okay, I'm gonna go finale here. I'm not gonna risk it. Like, I'm not gonna risk it. The thing is, I don't have a shield breaker. I don't have a finisher other than the Highwayman. Like, if I were playing Halo comp, I wouldn't go for that finale. I would go sniper shot. I would maybe even go for a Dirk Snap to do a bit of damage, and then sniper shot. I mean, Dirk Snap into the A-bomb, and then sniper shot after they heal, and then I'd go for the confirmed kill of the bounty hunter. But because I don't even have a finisher, what the hell am I doing? I don't even have a finisher on the Jester. I don't want to play it like that crazily. Okay, they still have their heal. I can go for a big shot here. I think a big shot looks nice. No, it doesn't. This looks better. Let's go for open vein. Stack more bleeds faster. Stack more bleeds faster. Take this. Oh no, I failed it. Okay, unfortunate. Yeah, I have gotten both the bleeds so far with that parrying dagger, so that was bound to happen eventually. They do have snuff here on the flagellant, and I really don't want to give them redeem values, so I'm not really gonna hit into that. Also, they got every bleed on my Arbalest. That's really unfortunate for me. I'm gonna do this, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. Maybe I should have gone for... Maybe I should have gone for like a heal with the Crusader first or something. I guess I could go like Zealous, but I mean... no, it's definitely not Zealous, because that's gonna do damage to the flagellant. I don't want that. Okay, this is a 20% chance to get the stun. I'm going for it for the damage. Yeah, this is when you might want Smite. Kalan actually played this team very differently, I'll be honest. I'm not playing it the way he did. He brought Grapeshot Blast on the Highwayman and brought like Rite of Execution here on the Crusader, so instead of having like a secondary win condition, which is going to be your DOT to break through the heavy prot, he had a secondary win condition. Oh, I can go for the stun on there, and he's maybe dead. Yeah, let's do that. I can go for... I think my opponent just goes for the Man-at-Arms turn, like, a bit too quick. Yeah, I think he's dead here, because I just have sniper shot. I mean, what can you do, though, right? Because this team has so much freaking damage. There's no bounty hunter here for setup. It's just damage, 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 damage. And, like, what can you do? What can you do unless you... if you don't have, like, Bulwark of Light, like, twice. And then even more of it. Yeah, I just go sniper shot, you know, I just crit it. And, like, what can you do in this kind of situation if you don't get the stun resistances and you don't get anything else? Yeah, they just... That's what you can do. That's what you can do. GG's to my opponent. The Kalan comp. It's honestly really sad how hard it fell out of grace, because this team won a tournament. This team won a tournament, for Christ's sake. And then Kalan just disappeared off the face of the earth, and no one played this team again. That is how it happened. Mostly just because it's a very weird team to play. I mean, you have Jester in position 2, right? And if you don't put him in position 2, and if you do this, then the Highwayman is really susceptible to a Crusader stun. So you have to start it off like this, and you start off with the Duelist Advance or something of the likes. But yeah, you don't have the Shield Breaker, you only have 1 stun. And when people play the damage teams, they wanna have something more, right? They wanna have Mark, they wanna have more stuns than just this. Or, you know, they wanna put a Flash Hunt in there or something crazy. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers!